Somebody talking about who? Me?
Jill.
Jill.
Jill? Oh. No, so you start by talking about me.
I don't have a microphone. I've been X-rayed.
Tell you what.
Oh, I'm good. I just wanted to make sure. I left my packet in my mailbox.
I'm fine. No, I think mine was the
I left that in class.
refrigerator or whatever. You
Right.
call
Yeah, you guys can share.
it.
All
I think
right,
mine was the one.
Logan, would you lead us in the flag salute, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Moved in second, any more discussion on it? Let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. First on the agenda is Public Works. Mike, I don't know where the microphone is.
No, just go ahead and turn on Jamie's microphone.
Please stop the picture. Wait, Mike. Gotta get your back in the picture.
Sam, can you change camera? There you go.
Speak.
There you go.
Okay,
Speak now.
so, started working on torch downs again. Weather broke a little bit, so we got some work done on those again. Trying to get all the plastic down, before the summer kicks in, so we don't have to paint anymore. Mayor and I are gonna be over at the park tomorrow to look at the host site to see if there's any work that we have to do to that, for the incoming. There's 3, I guess, applications for that. So we will be going over those and see what kind of RV they have and what we have to do. So, meters are going good. They're on the upper half now. I got to call in to Fowler to check on the software and see what the timeline is on that. So when I hear back from them guys, we'll know a little bit more. We got the first 3 chapters of the water comp plan sent to us. We're going to go over those and get them back to the engineers as soon as possible so they can progress on that and get the comp plan completed and get back to us so you guys can look it over and approve it. And that'll help get us our new hookups. So other than that, I think that's about it.
How many more meters do you roughly ballpark it?
We're winding down. We've got less than 100, I think, left to do. We're up on this side, so.
Just guessing the time frame, Mike.
Well, hopefully like within a month.
Another month.
So you're doing meter readings right now.
Right.
So that means in 2 months, when you do them again, it won't be this, it'll be the new thing, you think?
Well, hopefully, as soon as he gets back with me, we'll find out a timeline on the new software and all that stuff. But yeah, I
Yeah, we
mean,
gotta get all the software.
that would be great. I mean, to have that all implemented. Yeah, everything. So, and they'll come down and train.
And once again, Mike, once these meters are in, the program software stuff's up and running, it's gonna take, what, 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah, as long as it takes just,
Compared to 2 days.
That's not to mention 3 days that the front office here spends
all the
supporting it.
difference. But roughly 2 days of just reading the meters.
yeah,
It's gonna take them 30 minutes to do all that.
right. And then with when you encompass all the growth that might happen, I mean, it's really gonna save a lot of time. So.
Right. Is there any other questions for Mike?
About the boat launch, the riprap that was being washed away.
I know,
Did we get a?
that was
sense
kind of,
on where it's going?
Mike said that he wanted to come and look at that.
Okay.
I haven't heard from him yet,
Okay,
so,
all right.
but as soon as I do, or actually I could maybe just, if you want, I can just rip over and take a look.
Just take a look, because it's kind of going.
Wouldn't you have to go through the fisheries? The riprap, if we had to put some more in?
Well, I don't think we can add any, but I think I can go look and see,
Okay.
what's going on with it.
Put it there in the first place.
I don't think we can do anything with it You know, as far as,
Normally you can't with fisheries unless they have to come down and take a look at it.
yeah, it'll have to be permitted.
Engineered and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Any other questions for Mike?
No,
Thanks, Mike. Chief?
Hello.
Well, one thing's really good is I think we're kind of normal, not too many things going on. We finally got our employee on board here. He's been out for a few shifts. We'll be swearing him in there in a little while. Not new to law enforcement, but new to us. Everybody seems to like him. I got a compliment on his first day on a traffic stop. But in a few minutes, he'll be sworn in. He did, and we're lucky to have this secure residence here locally, because he's currently living up in Rochester, Grand Mountain area. So we're pretty happy about that. He's gonna be driving my old blue car. And other than that, we're in good shape.
so I'm sorry, did you say he was moving to here?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's found a place out on South Military Road.
Oh.
So,
Any other questions for the chief? Thanks, chief.
all right, sir.
Michelle?
I have nothing.
Seriously? Really?
I've been gone.
Moving right along.
Okay, I have a question for Michelle.
Oh, okay.
So, I was looking through this, infrastructure thing, and then, for the historic infrastructure funding opportunities. And then, do we have a list of projects that we're gonna kind of, like, it looks like we've got 505 and 506 that run through the town, and a lot of potential for funding through that, so.
We have nothing on the list now.
Okay.
No. Right now, the only project we have, every year you guys pass the 6-year transportation improvement board or improvement plan. And so the only project that we have funding secured is the sidewalk
The wall.
wall. That's on Kellogg, that bad one there. So the other things have just been kind of miscellaneous projects. We have somebody that's potentially going to be putting in a plan for a little under 100 home development. And when that happens, that will be up off of Pomondon to the left, Pomondon, not the right Pomondon. And so on the Toledo Vader Road, there will be improvements done through the developer.
Any other questions for Michelle?
In that same document, it talks about water and solid waste management. Is this something that we could go into to try to get some money for things that may be needed for?
Possibly, that's why we're trying to, get this water plan done. And that's the big push for that, is so when you have a plan done, then you could push for some of these projects, because you have to have costs. And without costs, it's hard to apply for any grant funding. Yeah.
Any other questions? Thank you, Michelle.
You are welcome.
That's all the department reports. Moving on to public hearing, special presentation, we have none. Public hearing, nothing. Public comment on agenda items. Any public comment? Nothing. I need to turn my mic on. See, I forget too. Okay, new business, number 1, oath of office. Logan Macomb, our police officer, would you please step forward right here so we keep you on the camera? I have a paper for you, and one for me. We're gonna read it simultaneously, together. After you raise your right hand, sir. You see.
Can we have
turn
you guys turn? There you go.
There we go. Just repeat after me, what I'm gonna say. Yes, sir. The mayor of the city of Toledo,
The mayor of the city of Toledo,
Lewis County,
Lewis County,
state of Washington,
state of Washington,
represent, what is that? Reposing? Confidence, is that reposing? What is it? Seriously,
I'm sorry. What did you do? So, Mayor,
Reposition.
What you need to do is this part down here.
Oh,
Okay. where your
let's
thumb
start over.
is.
Scratch that. All right. Well,
I was just thinking.
I guess I should have read the title, right? Certificate of appointment against oath of office. Duh. Anyway, sorry, everybody. Don't take that out of your films, whatever you got. Cameras. I didn't do it. Okay, let's start over then. I, Steve DeWash,
I, Logan Maycomer,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the state of Washington
and the state of Washington
and the ordinances of the city of Toledo,
and the ordinances of the city of Toledo,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially perform
and impartially perform
and discharge the duties
and discharge the duties
of the position of police officer
of the position of police officer
for the city of Toledo,
for the city of Toledo,
Lewis County,
Lewis County,
Washington.
Washington.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We sign this and give us to the sign it.
Logan, stay up there so your dad can pin your badge.
What's that?
His dad's gonna pin his badge
Okay.
right through his chest.
Just get it on the right side.
Better, oh God. They need them.
I have-
Yeah.
Don't injure him.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Logan.
Yeah, thank you.
Gee, what a level there. Read the hospital.
Got a template there.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want. I didn't hear ours.
All is right. There you go. Service to show love.
Yeah.
We have many
You don't want
next
to be
door.
putting.
Yeah, don't hurt him. Sam needs him.
Thanks, sir. Few words.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Just everyone involved, I'm very thrilled to be working for the city of Toledo. Just giving me the opportunity. This is definitely a passion and my dream. Just look forward to moving forward and be able to do the best I can. So, thank you.
Thank you.
If all council would like to introduce yourselves to Logan, that would be great.
I'm Jenny Schools.
I'm Emily Morgan, and I live like in front of the grade school, so.
Perfect.
I'm Shelley Thomas.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm Glenda Forga, and I live at the very end of the street and around the corner to the next one. So
I'm Eric Hayes, and I believe we met,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
and I live very close to here.
Very
You've been to my
close.
house.
Yeah, well, you delivered the packets, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh, did you figure out where my mailbox was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're good then.
Now, did the chief give you a hard time when you're blocked, because I think he carries a 1911?
That's all I had in the drawer in the back.
He offered a wooden gun.
Oh, wooden gun?
Yeah, wooden gun.
What you got?
Yeah.
The one that shoots rubber bands?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought that was mine. You're gonna fit right in.
Thank you.
No, you turned yours in.
Okay, moving on, number 2, liquor license renewal, Riverview Food Mart. It's in your packets. I'll entertain a motion to accept that, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the liquor license renewal for Riverview Food Park.
I'll second that.
Glenn has made the motion and Eric seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, paperless agendas / tablet options. Do we need a motion? You wanna, let's have a motion first and we'll have discussion.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we go with the Samsung Galaxy Tab A for the 128 gigabyte for $330 per tablet. And then we need a second before we can discuss.
We need a second.
I'll second.
Okay.
Shelley seconded. Motion made by Glenn and seconded. Any more discussion?
Yes.
Okay, Eric, go ahead.
So I must say that this is neither green nor cost savings. So why are we doing it? Are we doing it because we're a high-tech company with our great internet, or are we doing this to?
I hate all the paper, and I think I'm the one who brought it up because I felt like moving forward in the world, and I just think that this isn't great either, and it takes time and energy from several people to get this.
And it's
here.
hard to look back on things.
It is very hard to look back, like you
My
have your
first 2
notebook.
years, I started a file at home. My file
Yeah.
drawer is just like, okay, I don't even
My
do that
cat
anymore.
sleeps
I
on
stopped.
I have that from the planning commission.
Yeah,
And I know Emily mentioned that you can actually find them on Toledo Tel, something. I'm sorry, I know Toledo Tel is, I love their internet. I have no idea how to get to toledotel.com.
Shelley, we have a new
It's-
we have a new website coming for the city, and it will have all of those historic PDFs of all of these. I don't know if it's the entire document.
No, it will have minutes
It'll have minutes,
and agendas,
and then
but
there
it won't
was
have all the
also
backup.
talk of having,
So it would be nice to have a place to reference
Can we,
immediately.
The reason
during the
the reason I don't feel like we need to go with the Microsoft Surface Pro is that's more computer. We're not doing business work on a computer here. We're simply reading our documents, which can be done off the Galaxy Tab A.
It can be, yeah. It can be. I use one of these. It's not very big. If this is the same one that I use.
Right, but then.
But the cost is a
Yeah,
lot of money.
yeah.
And I don't think, and I was,
And I
my
use the
question was,
Galaxy Tab A.
did it come with it? Did it even come with a keyboard for that amount? And I don't know that it does.
Right,
I mean, it's not super high tech or anything, but I mean,
right.
it's still more money, so. I don't know, I would just like a place to be able to find what I need when I wanna look back without having to flip through a notebook and. I don't know, I
Emily,
just
Jamie,
think for a connected city, we should be connected.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with for a connected city, we should be connected. I mean, if we can afford to, I don't know, these, Microsoft and Samsung, I don't know.
Shelley has
Yeah.
Shelley has a Microsoft and I've got the Samsung. We both like what we've got.
Mhm.
So either way, it doesn't
Right.
matter.
I mean, and how long do they last? We'll only use them for here. Will we take them home?
Yes, you take them home, but you
okay.
won't be using them like you would your home computer and typing letters or documents or anything else on that.
So we will get sent the same documents from which,
I'm assuming there will be a
We have
login
an
to the
email.
website.
Well, we
That
have
would
an email that,
Yeah, it would all go to your emails.
Oh,
and
we
we
can
have
check
a
our
Toledo
email as well.
Tel.
no, I mean, we have a city email.
That's what I mean, it would be, so we could also be getting our city email. on
Right,
that,
and the
so
city
that-
email is the Toledo Tel.
Right.
So where I found our documents.
Right.
Right, so I can do that right now on the computer as well, but just not here.
Right, but see, though, that we would bring it here, we'd be looking at papers instead of these all over the desk.
Well, and if you wanted to know what something was said 3 meetings ago,
You can flip back real
where
easy.
Right.
are you gonna get that?
Exactly.
You
I like
either
that
have to have a
idea.
notebook or you have to be able to get to it.
Yeah,
Do we have to stick with loading them into Toledo Tel into that email? Can we not have a different email, or is there a reason why we have that?
The reason, excuse me, the reason for you guys all having a Toledo Tel instead of your personal emails, because for public records requests, it opens up a whole can of worms if we use your personal email accounts, because if somebody came in and wanted to see all emails that you've sent out from a certain subject or whatever, that puts you guys on the line that you will have to disclose all of that. So by having the Toledo Tel email, it makes it very simpler. It keeps everything clean. Because
I get that. I guess I didn't
Yeah.
phrase my question well enough, because that's not what, my question, I guess, is do we have to, as a city, use Toledo Tel as our email? Or can we set up
Like a Gmail.
like a Gmail account, or are we using Toledo Tel for a reason? And there's,
We currently have Toledo Tel, and so it's just easy for us to set it up as a Toledo Tel, council
Yeah.
position 1, council position 2, and so everybody has their email.
Where it's hosted is not necessarily, that can change, and Cindy and I have been talking about that, should that move to our city's domain name? And I think it should as well. So having that email from our city's domain, our city server, and having logins for council members that can get these documents that aren't necessarily open
Mhm.
public,
to the public.
yeah.
And that's getting pretty imminent. That site is getting pretty ready to launch.
And so then would we be able to go to that site and just log in? As like, I'm just, like, if I go to work, I can log into work and get everything. That would be amazing.
You should be able to.
That would be much.
Is
better
there a
than-
reason that you guys don't like the Toledo Tel email?
I know this is gonna sound super stupid because I'm on the internet all the time. I don't even know how to find it.
I had to
And I know
go
that
into
sounds
it
dumb,
and then it
but
took
I
me
got
It's
that
to
because of
the
it's called,
Webmail, I think.
webmail and then web link. And
Yeah.
unless you know that, it's really difficult.
Oh,
I got
says
I
that.
abandoned mine.
years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I have it, but I abandoned it. I went to a Gmail account years ago.
I'm gonna be honest in front of God and everybody. I've never even checked my email from here because it's not convenient for me. I don't know how to get to it. I've never used Toledo
it's the
Tel
link.
since dial-up, and I don't. And I know it can't be that hard, but
So we can get.
Because
these
I
documents
use-
set up.
We could argue about
Yeah, I mean, if it's just,
the Toledo Tel email is through.
See, I use Outlook.
our computer.
so, but
And I think, Mike, on your Toledo Tel, do you go through
My application for
so you're
Yeah.
not doing it through Outlook?
Yeah, I just
that's what
remember-
we have to do too, is do
Yeah.
my app.
Application.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, and then like she said, there's a couple different,
yeah. But I don't even bother anymore. I abandoned that.
It's pretty convoluted. way
so then where
to
would
get
I
some-
even go? Where would I
just set
go
up
to
my
get
mail
into it?
program.
Do you see my question?
But-
Because I don't
But then I
know.
see by the tablets.
You
is they
were
could
all
come here.
given directions on how to get to it when you got your email.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
So-
I believe I was.
Eric, what would be your choice? Because you said it would be neither, what was it?
Yes, it is neither green nor cost savings, so
Right.
that's not the reason to do it. So it sounds like I'm hearing the reason to do it, and that's to get our council business onto a device, which for open records makes sense if we need to turn them in. If somebody says, hey, you guys have been doing something you shouldn't, then all of our work product is on the tablet. That's very smart. And being able to bring it here and get support so you can get your email set up. And
But
not
it
have
is
to log
cost
this
saving.
around.
It is cost
So I
saving.
guess from that
over time.
standpoint, it's cost saving.
Yeah, and over time, it's cost saving because we've been doing these packets since,
Beginning
Yeah.
of time.
I remember running these packets when I was here.
But these will be obsolete in a couple of years, so
Yeah,
Okay.
but we don't know how long.
yeah, that's true too.
Okay, any
So-
more?
So what I want to know is, would this support the documents that we're going to be receiving? Because just because you got it in an email doesn't mean you can set up files.
It'll be a PDF, it'll come down as a PDF, and so you'll download it onto the machine from the email on the machine,
Yep.
or just read it straight out of mail.
The only thing I do not know is how well the Wi-Fi will be if all of you are on a device on the internet Wi-Fi for this.
In our conversation with Toledo Tel, it sounded like getting Wi-Fi into this room was a priority, so I think that needs to be a priority as well. And then at that point, having 5 or 6 machines is no problem.
What about you and your staff and the people who deliver them? Will it not make it easier or will it make it harder?
Much easier.
Okay, well, there you go.
They're
That was
not,
my other
they're not gonna
question.
be standing for
We're not
an
gonna
hour
make it
making
12
copies.
copies of everything and putting them all in order to give to the police department to go see if you guys are available
to be
So-
interrupted when you're in the
So
middle.
So
no
it's not
evidence from the
making-
police anymore.
No notices from the police. I can make it come to your house though.
So the neighbors don't talk about you.
I don't like that, you know.
After 12 years of me doing it, he works one shift and now he doesn't have to.
All my neighbors that I'm just.
That's the way it works.
Well, I don't think it's-
No, it's not happening overnight.
It's called progress, Sam. We're gonna progress up.
I'm good with that.
You can stop by.
So we still have a motion on the floor unless there's any
Yes.
more discussion.
Any more
So
discussion?
Shelley, you didn't like the Galaxy. Is that just because you don't know how, you're not?
I don't
familiar with
dislike it. I
Okay.
never said that I disliked it.
She
I
just
just,
has this.
I already have, I mean, this is what, my question was, this is what I use. And so, you know, I have something different at home and that's not the issue. This is more money. My question about the Surface was just, did it or did it not,
Have a keyboard.
did it or did it
That's what
not
I
include the keyboard? And I'm gonna assume the
Jill
answer is
says no.
no, it did not.
Oh.
So that's an additional amount of money, so gross.
I also think the Galaxy is going to be, being an actual tablet, it's going to be more robust as far as maybe not breaking as much as it's getting older. I could be wrong. I'm not a fan. So.
Yeah. I'm not-
I don't mind that. I use it every day. I don't mind it.
So which one's
I don't
on,
know if I buy one or
which one's on the floor for the motion?
The Galaxy Tab A,
One
So
twenty.
either
the one
vote,
128
let's
gigabyte.
let's take a vote on it. Either accept it or not accept it.
okay.
All right, it's for the Galaxy, correct?
The 128 gigabyte.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So it sounds like a power company. Okay, everybody good with that?
Sweet justice.
Okay, another new business, personnel issue.
I called a special meeting a while back, Mr. Mayor, and to discuss some personnel issues. And I want to bring up and make a motion to increase Michelle's monthly salary by $500 a month. So I'd like to make that motion.
I'd like to second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded on the motion. Any more discussion on the motion? And let's vote on it. All those in favor, please say aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is that all on the personnel issue? I think so. Okay, moving on, ordinance number 772.
No. Yeah, we're always a big dollar short.
Pink, Mayor.
I got it.
Okay.
Ordinance number 772, an ordinance for the city of Toledo, Washington, authorizing an interfund loan from the, am I reading the right part
You
here?
are, you're good.
Okay. Before I
Just
get
the
too
bowl
far.
at the top.
Before I get too far. Anyway, interfund loan from the water/sewer capital improvement fund to the police car reserve fund in the sum of $30,000, providing for the terms and repayment and providing for the interest rate and authorizing the expenditures of said fund to pay for the 2021 Dodge Durango with police package. I'll entertain a motion to accept that, please.
I make a motion that we accept said motion. Said.
So here a second.
I'll second that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we made the motion, Eric seconded it. All those in favor, or is there any more discussion on it?
This is the second reading, right?
This is second reading. Yes, second reading. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No more unfinished business, other business, public input? Any public input? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
For a second? Jamie second? Anyone made a motion to adjourn? Jamie seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion